This episode was fun to research. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Alrighty, let's see what it's about. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for November 12th. November 12th is the 316th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 317th in leap years, with 49 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is synesthesia. Synesthesia is a noun that names a fascinating phenomenon where stimulation of one sensory pathway leads to involuntary experiences in another. Given that there are generally considered to be 5 senses, sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch, a person with synesthesia might see colors when they hear music or associate specific tastes with certain words. Some example sentences might be, when Sally plays the piano, she experiences synesthesia, seeing bursts of color with each note. Or, people with synesthesia sometimes report that numbers and letters have distinct colors or even personalities. Or, Eddie has synesthesia, which made reading a uniquely vibrant experience, with each word appearing in a different hue. Synesthesia is considered a rare condition and can manifest in a variety of ways depending on the individual and type of sensory crossover they experience. For example, some may perceive letters and numbers as inherently colored. For some, it may involve sound triggering the visualization of colors, or some might see waves of color or flashes when they hear music or specific sounds. There are many ways synesthesia might manifest, and not everyone with synesthesia experiences it in the same way as others do. But in each individual case, the experience is automatic and consistent, in that if, for instance, the number 7 appears as yellow to someone with synesthesia, it always does for that individual. The word synesthesia comes to us from Greek word parts that mean together and sensation or perception. Basically means joined perception. First known use of the word synesthesia is in the 1890s. Synesthesia. The word synesthesia was suggested by YouTube viewer Jeff Gavin. Thanks, Jeff. That was very interesting. And if you have a word you'd like us to examine in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, the name Plymouth always makes me think of Plymouth Rock, where the Pilgrims set foot on the North American continent when they arrived from England on the Mayflower back in 1620. Those Pilgrims went on to form the Plymouth colony in what would become Massachusetts in the early days of what would become the United States. That Plymouth colony was named after Plymouth, England, and Plymouth, England became the first town incorporated by the English Parliament on November 12, 1439. Located on the south coast of Devon, England, Plymouth is a city with rich maritime history and significant cultural heritage. Dating back to the Bronze Age, the area was initially settled as a small trading post called Sutton. Plymouth's strategic location made it vital as a port throughout the centuries, especially during the Age of Exploration, where it served as the departure point for notable voyages, including the Pilgrim's journey aboard the Mayflower to the New World in 1620. During the Tudor era, Plymouth's seafaring significance grew due to naval conflicts with Spain, particularly marked by Sir Francis Drake's defense against the Spanish Armada. The city also became central during World War II, experiencing extensive bombings in the Blitz that necessitated a post-war reconstruction plan, transforming its urban landscape. Plymouth today is known for landmarks such as the Royal Citadel, Smeaton's Tower, and the National Marine Aquarium. It thrives as a cultural hub with educational institutions like the University of Plymouth, and continues to draw tourists to its historic Barbican area and waterfront, showcasing its enduring connection to maritime pursuits. Plymouth, England. This is the birthday of Canadian-American singer, songwriter, guitarist, and producer Neil Young. Born November 12, 1945 in Toronto, Ontario, this musical legend's career spans decades and countless musical transformations. Starting in the 1960s in Winnipeg, he then moved to Los Angeles and co-founded the iconic folk rock band Buffalo Springfield, before embarking on an illustrious solo career, often backed by his famed band Crazy Horse. With a catalog of some 44 studio albums and numerous live and compilation records, Neil Young's work is diverse, blending rock, folk, country, and even experimental electronic sounds. Albums like Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere in 1969, Harvest in 1972, and Russ Never Sleeps in 1979, all these showcase his range, featuring hits such as Heart of Gold, incidentally his only #1 U.S. single, Cinnamon Girl, Rockin' in the Free World. He became part of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, adding to their legendary Deja Vu album. His signature high tenor voice, raw guitar sound, and poignant lyrics have earned him accolades, including 2 inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as a solo artist and with Buffalo Springfield. His influence has earned him the title Godfather of Grunge, serving as inspiration to artists like Nirvana and Pearl Jam. Beyond music, Young has directed films under the pseudonym Bernard Shaky and is also known for his environmental and social activism. He's won Grammy and Juno Awards and has 21 albums and singles certified gold or platinum in the U.S. Even in his late 70s now, Neil Young continues to create, performing with members of the band Promise for the Real, and proving that his musical journey, much like his spirit, remains unstoppable. Happy birthday, Neil Young. It seems only fitting to talk about a song by Neil Young on his birthday, but my goodness, which one? There are so many. That choice was made somewhat easier by the fact that when I saw his name, I heard the song Harvest Moon playing in my mind, so we'll talk about that one. Harvest Moon was released in 1992 as the title track of that album. It's a reflective and romantic piece that evokes a sense of nostalgia and enduring love. The song showcases Neil Young's signature blend of folk and country rock, creating a warm, intimate atmosphere that resonates with listeners. Produced by Neil Young and Ben Keith, the song features notable contributions from background vocalists like Linda Ronstadt. Lyrically, Harvest Moon celebrates the comfort and beauty of long-term relationships, using the metaphor of the harvest moon as a symbol of renewal and consistency, suggesting a cyclical return to simpler, heartfelt expressions. Harvest Moon is marked by soft acoustic guitar strums, a gentle beat, and Young's distinctively earnest vocals. The song was well received, garnering praise for its sincerity and mature romanticism, and also performed well on the charts, reinforcing Young's enduring influence as a songwriter, who adeptly conveys emotion through simplicity. Alrighty, well that one was fun to put together. I wonder if that thing that happens when I hear of something, a song plays in my mind. I don't know if that qualifies as synesthesia or not. It's not really an auditory thing, it's in my mind. What do you think? Alrighty, well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. We'll just roll on into the wrap-up and outro. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube. So for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. I wonder if I should make that green screeny. Oh well. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.